I can't hear you. Give me those hypes in chat if you're ready. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 4 of the night. I am Jake Kelton. We're going to be casting some awesome games. Here we go. This is going to be Joshkanda taking on CJ's minions. Karthus banned away. That's going to be taken away against Intra. We don't have Delicious Seal in the game, so I'm not sure what the Darius is directly banned against, but always a good, strong champion to take off the table. The Azir being banned away again against Intra, really pinching Intra's pool in that mid lane. The Morgana taken away, probably banned against Caboose. Cody J, our main support in the bottom lane. Fantastic support player himself. Likes the Thresh, likes the Morgana. Been one-tricking Morgana recently. I think the Teemo is just for fun. Don't know that it's banned against anybody in particular. Xeno always bans out Intra. Yeah, there we go. No Zoe though, Xenodax. No Zoe. Yasuo banned away against Heal It Up. Also a good one to ban. Gonna keep Intra a little bit easier in that mid lane. I'm actually expecting that pick in the mid lane from Intra to be a counter pick. We last picked. Ooh! And Xeno locking in, as he terms, the better Vayne. Takes in that Xayah. It takes it also away from Catinator, which is important. And Deja locking in the Thresh takes another support away from Caboose. So again, these teams are counter-picking each other and making things really, really spicy. Now, Catinator, typically speaking, an AD carry. We'll see what he locks in or if he's going to grab something for teammates. Prophet's Asylum, also well known for his AD carrying. Likes a particular champion I'm not going to name because we have ways to go before we get to that point. Catinator locks in the Kayn, which is interesting, considering that Cat has jungled, but usually jungles 80 carries, has taken Caitlyn into the jungle, has taken Talia, not an 80 carry, but still carry into the jungle, has taken Kai'Sa into the jungle, might be just trying to straight up jungle and locks in Kayn. Might also be picking it for someone else like Evo Q. Interest still most likely to be playing in that mid lane. As for the side of Joshkanda, we've got ourselves Caboose locking in the Rakan to pair up with the Kai'Sa. That's going to be some pretty nice CC in the bottom lane. You think about the quickness into the knockup the Rakan has, pair with the Kai'Sa's engage with that killer instinct. Going to be pretty nice. Huan locks in Irelia, most likely for the top lane, not probably going to be in the jungle, as Intra locks in the Kindred, which might get traded over to Catinator. So this is getting really spicy, because if that's Kindred for Catinator in the jungle, it's still kind of the ADC jungler, if you will, for Catinator, which I'm a big fan of. Not better than Vayne anymore. She got nerfed too much, and now she's probably even just barely less than Vaya because of pure tank shred. Ah, I see. Even though tanks aren't played anymore, you know, you hardly ever see a tank in game. Though I guess last game we did have those kind of slightly off tanks of the Nunu as well as the Nautilus being played. So a bit of an off tank. So you kind of hate Jhin? J-H-I-N-N? Jhin? I don't know. Oh, jungle. You kind of hate jungle. I hate kind jungle, by the way. I hate kind jungle. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure it out from the lobby at the moment because somebody left. Not sure who it was. Looks like Juna may have DC'd or something. Yeah, Juna had a client crash. Okay, so same picks and bans up until the DC. So, Azir, Karthus, Teemo, ban, blue side. Gotta think of my head. Darius. Who were the other two bans? Come on, guys, help me out. Morgana. And what was the last ban on the side of CJ's minions for the first ban phase? I know it was the Darius. I know it was the Morgana. I can't remember what that third band was because I don't think it was anything in particular. Oh, Yasuo. Darius, Morgana, Yasuo for the first band side for CJ's minions. So, Adi, welcome, Adi. can you hop to spectate? Adi also is level 12. Most likely doesn't have the minions. You gotta have that 20 minion pool to be able to play tournament draft. Dive saying he wants in. We're not gonna invite him just yet. We want to make sure that Juna is able to get in. Waiting for Juna to get online and Adi to get out. We'd hate to kick him. Hate to kick him if you have to. There we go. They're telling him. I don't even have to tell him. They got it. They got it. So we got a bunch of new people. Deja, new. EvoQ, new as well. Welcome, welcome. Prophet's Asylum, old player, but a good one nonetheless. Zenadax, wait, I'm here. Shakes his head. Yes, yes, Zenadax. However, if Juna had to leave completely, you'd be invited. However, Juna has just had a client crash, so it should be back here in just a moment. I know, you want to play. So does Nuez. Hey, Nuez, you disappeared for a little bit. I was trying to figure out how to invite you, but it looked like you were AFK or something. I'm not sure. I tried to invite you, everything that I knew. Resident Sleeper. There we go. That's exactly right. I tried to invite him. I can't show you on screen, but I got the proof. But it's because I got my fancy graphics. You can't see that I got that. Hero, get out of here, Hero. Zenadax, get out. He's just jumping into spectate. Why are you running? Why are you running? Oi, why are you running? I don't know how to do that voice, guys. Alright, we'll give Juna just another second to try to get in. Hey, and there they are. Sweet. Alright, so we should have the same picks and bans. We did get a little bit of a refresh. Don't worry, Juna. We've all had our clients crash, including myself, and we're back into the pick and ban phase. Oh, and this is nice. We actually get to see a preemptive, early kind of look into these first picks. Make sure that everyone sticks to those first picks as they should. As they should. Zeno, Caboose, Juan. So, I can talk a little bit more about this. Though, actually, I can't talk that much. And the reason being that we don't really have much matchup between these two teams. They kind of are picking for opposite sides of the map. One side's got their jungle, maybe a secondary jungle. That is interesting with a Kindred and a Kayn. That might be a Kayn in the top lane and a Kindred in the jungle. I highly doubt that Kindred is in the 80 carry role. The only thing I've heard of Kindred is maybe the mid lane, but even then, it's not really strong. You want to be roaming. You want to be grabbing those marks on jungle camps. So I feel most likely that's going to be Kayn in the mid or top lane. It might be Assassin Kayn for the mid lane. Could be, but change the title to attract people. Sure, I can change the title. What do you think I should change the title to? Mods can also do that as well. Let's see here. Viewer games, exclamation point, join. Exclamation point. How about exclamation point, play? They can do that. There we go. Update the information. Updated! There we go. Alright, we got through the first bans correctly. This is good. This is good. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Doing good stuff. Got the Akali ban. Look at those picks, went through super fast. The Tristana ban, and I think we're right on time. So now we get to move right on into our newer bans. It's gonna be for CJ's minions. The last ban of the game for red side is gonna be Sejuani, taking away a little bit of that jungle. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. I can see the strengths though of that Sejuani. Also, Aurelia could be mid lane, so I can see the Akali banned away to avoid having to deal with her assassination potential, especially on something like a Kindred or even a squishier Kayn. The Vayne banned away by the side of Joshkanda, trying to make Xeno's life a little bit easier on that 80 carry. As Heal It Up going to be on LeBlanc, kind of a secondary one trick for him. Then Juna locks in the Fiora for the top lane. So that is going to be Irelia going into the jungle. Juan actually grabbing the role. Irelia in the jungle. Rakan support, Kai'Sa in the 80 carry role. And I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit early. Violet TV, if I pop off this game, can I get a shout out? I'm in top for CJ's minions. What's your top champion? Are you Evo Q? You're not Evo Q, are you? Because that's going to be Silas in the... No, that's Silas top. Oh, so are you? Are you? Can I get a shout out if I'm the top for CJ's minions? Yes, so it looks like he might be Evo Q to Silas. Oh, all right. Sure. I'm happy to give a shout out. In fact, I will... Can I do this right now? Shout out... I think this still works. I'm not positive, but I want to test it out. So, nope, that is not working, unfortunately. All right, well, I'll type up a custom shout out for you if you pop off. Absolutely. Let's go through the players and their champions as I go ahead and start the bet. This is the question. Now that you've seen the champions, you've seen their roles, go ahead and drop your bet on which team you think is going to win. For the side of Joshkanda, we've got ourselves Zeno taking the Kai'Sa in the 80 carry role, Caboose with the Rakan support, Juan on the Irelia in the jungle, heal it up on the LeBlanc in the mid lane, and Juna rounded it out with a Fiora in the top lane. For the side of CJ's minions, you got Deja taking the Thresh in the supportive role. Catinator with the Kayn in the mid lane. Intra, Kindred in the jungle. Evo Q with the Silas on the top lane. And Prophet's Asylum finishing them off with that Sivir in the 80 carry role. So we got a couple of people gambling away. Experiment 626, he's got 19, so he's going to go all 19. Wait, no, he's not. He's going to gamble it all away. He literally gambled every single point away. He could have bet 19 XP on the team that he thought was going to win. He could have, but instead he gambled it all, rolled it all, and lost it all. That is just unfortunate. All right, well, for myself, I'm going to check my points and see what I have because I got to do a little bit of analysis. I got 155 to play with. Let me see what I want. I got to be careful here because I can't play favorites. I got to actually look at the compositions as a whole. So, for the side of Joshkanda, you've got LeBlanc, good assassin, picking people off. You got frontline Irelia as well as kind of a dashing through AD bruiser Fiora. Mostly ADC, but can be built a little bit bruiser. Rakan and Kai'Sa, very engaged, heavy. So a lot of going forward. Fiora can lunge forward. Irelia can dash forward. LeBlanc has a double dashes that she can go forward. Rakan forward. High mobility on this team. Even Kai'Sa, both with Killer Instinct and the Supercharge. Very forward aggressive team. The side of CJ's minions, you've got yourselves the Thresh bringing lots of CC. Kayn that's going to be doing a lot of assassination damage or potential tank depending on how he decides to go with a darkened mode or not. Kindred looking for the damage as well as a great ultimate to reset a team fight if things are going south. Silas, good damage and has the ability to steal away enemy teams' ults. You think about it, he can steal Kai'Sa's for the engage, he can steal Rakan's for the quickness, he can steal Irelia's, not that great of an ability, honestly. To try to steal away some other people's. Could try to go for Fiora's, but LeBlanc's also be pretty nice. I think most likely he's going to be grabbing Rakan, trying to get that quickness down on the entire enemy team. You got Sivir, great late game damage, a bit more rough in the early game. So if I had to actually bet, I'm going to go ahead and put my bet down on... this is a tough one. Tough one. But I'm going to put my bet... Excuse me. I'm going to put it on the opposite of the Silas. I'm actually going to bet blue side. And I'm going to put... Let's go ahead and drop my extra 55 on the blue side. Seeing if they actually come out. Oh my goodness. I got to show this off super quick before we load into game. This is why they went with these champions. Check it out. The full Invictus Gaming skins. I'm so glad that I ran with the blue side. You've got to respect that from them coming out. Joshkanda looking so good. Full Invictus Gaming skin team. Everything you could want. Good stuff. Even Xena with this Kaisa actually has the signature as well. That looks so nice. Oh, it does look good. It looks real good. Zenidax, you have all the skins too. Well, to get a full team playing those skins, that's what counts. I may make that the main picture of the actual team. It may be that Juan only has Invictus Gaming Irelia, not Invictus Gaming Camille. Could have only bought that Irelia skin. So, my legendary Camille, that is. Oh, I see. You're saying that you could have jumped in with that. I see how it is. Ah, thank you. Oh, I got the Experiment 66. Yeah, I pulled that up. That is awesome. I think that's going to somehow make its way into the YouTube thumbnail for this game, as we're still waiting to load in. There we go. Let's go ahead and welcome everyone one last time. Game number 4. Basically, Team Invictus Gaming Skins versus CJ's Minions. Now, I gotta be careful here. Because I don't want to break the game. If I do, it's not the end of the world. But this is actually a good test here. If I don't touch the League client at all, and I just fade. Yes, okay, that's fine. And then I can do this. Good stuff. All right, we're fine. Good luck. Have fun all. Got to get some sleep. Experiment 66. Have a fantastic night. Hope you have a good one. Thank you for playing. And we'll hopefully see you on Thursday. Let's go ahead and move the players into the correct positions for this game. Number 1, Irelia in the jungle. There we go. Silas on the top side. Evo Q wanting to pop off, show his stuff. There we go. All these Invictus Gaming skins. Fancying it up here in the mid lane. Guys, you got to turn around so we can check out your skins. We want to see that. Oh, Wolf getting a little bit of an auto in. Look at all those recalls coming in with all the signatures as well. Oh, Silas starts the BM off, getting a little bit of damage in dodge Juno, but the death sentence from Thresh will miss. This is the spicy level 1 that we were looking for, and that's going to be it. Drop Catinator down to about half, so he's going to go ahead and start that recall, head back to the fountain, try to get healed up before going back into the jungle. So no deaths, level 1, but just a little bit of playful skirmishing, if you will. So, Caffeinated Zombie, thank you for sticking around. Continue to hang out. I know you're a zombie. You probably don't need sleep. I appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the show enough. Look at those recalls. Super, super fancy. All right, so let's talk about these compositions a little bit more. Fiora versus Silas on that top side. Silas has some pretty decent early game damage, but I think Fiora is going to win out, especially considering that Silas ran the Corrupting Potion. Fiora could kind of just try to get that poke, really. You lunge in, you go for an auto, you find that one Vital Strike, and then you back away. Silas does have pretty good chase potential, though, so he could try to chain in after her, so we'll see how that goes. There it is, going in, but you can't find the actual Vital. Almost got the right angle on that. Gonna have to step away for a little bit longer. There it is. Once again, trying to find it. Finds it that time. A little bit of poke damage. He's gonna go ahead and grab that Corrupting Potion. Back away a little bit. The zombie says, I'm lurking. Interesting, but I do not have much to contribute. I don't think I've actually ever seen this game. Caffeinated Zombie. How did you hear about XLNC then, if you've never seen League of Legends? Well, as you've probably seen so far tonight, it's a 5v5 team game in which your goal is to destroy the enemy team base. You got to go through players, you got to go through minions, you got to go through some monsters, some turrets, to eventually get to that nexus and destroy it. But there's a lot of analyzation that goes on as to what your team needs to do to find success. You want to be killing the small minions to get some gold generation. That way, when you back or recall, which means you head back to your base to pick up a couple of items, give yourself some strength. Rakan going in, finding a knockup onto the Thresh, getting a little bit of damage initially onto Deja. However, the Death Sentence is going to land onto Xeno. The Kite's going to be a little bit of trouble. The Thresh knocked down to about half health. Prophet's Asylum stepping back. The fight seems to break away a little bit. Evo Q getting his damage parried on that top side. Intra going to be a little bit of trouble. Heal it up, finding the binding. Then there's going to be an Irelia getting a double stun! Are you kidding me? The dash in for first blood. Catinator going to be in trouble. The Ignite will make sure the heal it up goes down. It's a 1-for-1 trade as the DRF Juan will pick up a double kill in the top side. Silas was able to kill the Fiora, which we're going to go ahead and check in on how that went down. He's going to get the chance, a little bit of extra slow damage. Flashes in a little bit more. The parry's not available yet for the Fiora, so she goes down. Good stuff. Double kill over to Irelia, as we said, making it 2 kills for 2 in total. But 2 of them being on this jungle Irelia. Going to be starting off things pretty nicely. The TP from the Fiora to get back to lane immediately. Doesn't want to lose any of that CS on the top side. 500 gold lead for Joshkanda. Mostly off of that first blood and some of these minions. Look at that, 21 CS to 15 for the Kai'Sa. Xeno a little bit low on mana, but definitely does not want to give any extra mana over to the Sivir. She's got an ability, that Spell Shield, that if she uses it the right time, she can block an enemy team player, enemy champion's spell, and it gives her some mana back. And mana is crucial in the game to shoot your spells. If you don't have any mana, you can't shoot your spells, even if they're off of cooldown. Kayn in that mid lane, actually doing pretty well. I'm surprised. The melee champion of Kayn, able to hold his own against LeBlanc. So far keeping up in CS. He really probably at this point is going to be running, I'm thinking, the Assassin Kayn. Try to get as much damage as possible onto LeBlanc. Ultimate super good at being able to avoid death the last second or make those engage plays. Things are calming down just a little bit at the moment. Want to check in very quickly on this Drake. The next Drake is going to be a Mountain Drake, or it's the first Drake of the game. Pretty nice, gives you extra bonuses against turrets and jungle monsters. As Intra going to be jumping forward, trying to get a little bit of damage down onto Juna. Gank not that good from the Kindred. In the bottom lane, hold on, Xeno stepping forward super aggressively. Not in a very good position. Death sentence from the threshold missed. The spell shield protecting Prophet's Time for a moment. The ignite comes down. The heal forced out as well from the Sivir. The flash forward from Xeno wants that last auto. Gonna get the last auto. Deja trying to make the trade over. Flashes the knockup from Caboose. Doesn't go down. A few days ago, I dropped you a follow then when I saw you streaming the team. I thought I'd drop in. Well, I greatly appreciate that, Zombie. Greatly appreciate that. Juan coming in, fighting a stun onto the Kindred. Intra in trouble, gonna go down. Heal it up, dashing back, using that distortion, but finds ethereal chains and will pick up a double kill. Takes out the Kindred and the Kayn. Good stuff from heal up. This is why LeBlanc is one of his secondary champions. I wanted to note really quick. I think Mistwalker might be the person that you were in, that you did the kindest thing of my raid, actually following me through the raid, which is incredibly nice. No, it was Satisfactory. Oh, you know, I was trying to remember who it was. Yeah, I remember the Satisfactory stream, but yeah, I remember the Satisfactory stream. That was on Saturday or Sunday. And what a cool game. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, Vroomy, there we go. Thank you for refreshing that. Fun stream. It's gotten very close to convincing me to buy Satisfactory, but I'm so limited on time that I have yet to actually truly invest in that. Prophet's Asylum. Not yet getting that ultimate. Level 6 on the Sivir gives her the ability to speed her entire teammate up and increase the attack speed of her and all of her teammates that are within range of that ultimate. So it's pretty nice when they're trying to either run into a fight or run away from a fight. Mountain Drake's still on the table. No team running into it just yet. It's a pretty strong jungle monster. Usually takes 2 or 3 people to pick it up, at least early on into the game. Caboose going to be in trouble. There's 3 members here. They're jumping in, but a 3-3-3 fight as Juan comes in, looking for the engage. Throws out that ultimate. No disarm this time around, but finds a double stun. That's going to pick up 1. Pick up 2. They're going for Prophet's Asylum as well. 3 kills. That's 2 for Juan. 1 for the Kai'Sa. And EOQ doing what he can with the TP. And does he have the damage with the turret shot? He's going to be trading his own life over for the Irelia. Kayn, in the meantime, finds himself the electrocute proc to take out the Rakan. He's going to go down himself, though, as that killer instinct, as well as LeBlanc's ethereal chains, going to drop him. 4 to 10 so far in total kills. A 3,500 gold lead for Joshkanda. The Invictus Gaming skins giving them the strength that they need to take victories in these games. I want to talk for just a moment, as you are new to the game a little bit. Kindred, this champion here, who kind of looks like a lamb and got a little bit of a wolf as well as a pet, wants to be getting what you see here on the mini map over in the bottom right hand corner. This red thing was called a mark. That strengthens her. As the more marks that she gets, the stronger she will get over the course of the game. However, that Irelia going to be taking away the mark. If the enemy team kills that monster, then you don't get the mark. So it takes you a little bit longer to get strong in the game. Kindred wants to hit about level 4 before she really, or 4 marks before truly coming online. LeBlanc getting engaged. Oh, avoids that damage. It has that distort ability that can basically teleport to one part of the map and then TP backwards if she so chooses. Trying to set up for the Rakan. He's going to use the quickness. The ethereal chains come through as well. He'll end up going on a rampage, taking out the Kayn. The flash was used by Catinator, but it was a bit too late before he caught on to what was going on. Rakan, a fantastic monster to be able to jump in. Or, yeah, fantastic monster. Sorry, a fantastic champion being able to jump in and make those quick engages. Need to grab a PC before I grab that game, but I want it. Oh, yes. You gotta grab a computer before grabbing Satisfactory. Well, if you do, would love to jump in. Do you stream as well? Or do you just hang out in streams? Xeno in that bottom lane. 3-0-3. Super strong on the Kai'Sa. Juna on the top side getting pushed in. Drops that ultimate because LeBlanc is there as well. In the meantime, Intra gonna get stunned out by Juan. The 1v1 not gonna favor the Kindred. The Aurelia gets the ultimate down. However, the ultimate from Kindred keeping her invincible. Prophet's Asylum drops the ultimate as well. They might be able to make the trade onto Juan. The Aurelia on the run gets a double stun. The flawless duet, so good at stunning champions. Up the hook lands onto Xeno, though the Kai'Sa going to be in trouble. Use the killer instinct to try to hop onto the Kindred in the back line and finds the kill. One still goes down, but it's a 2-for-1 at the moment. The Ignite dropped onto Prophet's Asylum. The Sivir trying to do what she can, but still is dropped. The Kayn ultimate gets himself 1 kill through that Rakan, but he still goes down. And again, Joshkanda continue to bring more people to the party earlier on. They're finding these leads. 5,000 gold lead. They're going to jump onto the Mountain Drake as well. This Kai'Sa still untouched this game. 4-0-6 the score line. Want to check in on the gold real quick. 4,700 gold, a 2,000 gold lead over Sivir. And gold translates when you have those types of leads into items. And items give you stats, and stats means that you do more damage. You're tankier, you have more health and more armor and more magic resist, all that good stuff when you're trying to fight. So you're a spectator main, I like it. Well, that is awesome. I know that Satisfactory is a multiplayer game, so if you get the PC and Satisfactory game, and I have caved and finally bought it myself, if I find that time, would love to have some games with you. Maybe we can both join Vroomy in his game sometime when he's streaming, if he wants to do the multiplayer thing. 15 kills to 6. Things are looking so incredibly good for a blue team at this point. They've got those leads. This is what you call a snowball. When at the very beginning of the game, you're starting off super strong, and then you continue to find more kills, more objectives, and more leads. However, a snowball can be stopped. Usually, a snowball is best stopped when it is simply delayed, when a team just stops dying and kind of slows the game down. Heal it up, going over, though, not wanting to slow anything down, brings the friends and takes down the Kayn. On the top side, the Kindred's able to join the Silas, who brings so much CC, takes down the Fiora. The spell shield not going to save. Prophet's Asylum throws out the boomerang, but goes down to the Cathian Rain. Kai'Sa just decimating 1v1 on the bottom side. Xeno doing a fantastic job. Kindred going to rejoin Silas back up here on that top side, looking for the first turret. The first turret of the game that goes down gives the team that destroys it a bunch of bonus gold. So you want to be able to take that first turret. The Aurelia and LeBlanc both coming up here to this top side, trying to defend a double flawless duet stun. They're going to engage, take out the Kindred. Evo Q going to sacrifice his life to take out that turret, so we'll get a bunch of gold. However, also takes out LeBlanc before going down to himself. So in the end, a 2-for-1 trade, but actually in favor of, no, not in favor of CJ Min. He's still in favor of Joshkanda. In the meantime, Caboose might be in trouble. Catinator needs a little bit more damage. Xeno has been hooked up by the Thresh. Rakan is going to finally fall, and now Xeno has to escape. Has flash available, so should be able to just flash that wall. Ignite gonna take away a little bit. Catinator just hops over the wall. What a great hook by Deja, setting up for great success. Takes down the Xayah Kai'Sa. And when you have huge leads like that Kai'Sa did, 5-0-6 the scoreline, 5 kills, 0 deaths, and 6 assists. But you also have a bunch of minions with 30 CS over the Sivir. You have shutdown gold, and that shutdown gold went over to Kayn, who got it both for the Kai'Sa and the Thresh. That's actually really good for the Kayn. trying to go that assassin route, definitely has gone blue route. So Kayn, a champion that can go basically two different versions. As he levels and goes over the course of the game and gets stronger, his character can choose to basically become kind of a demon monster or choose to become a true man, and in doing so, he gains different strengths and powers. The Assassin Kayn gains a lot of damage, a lot of mobility, so he's going to be running in, but there's 3 members from the side of Joshkanda, and they're able to pick up 1. They drop the Thresh. LeBlanc able to pick up 1. Antra around the wall. The Rift Herald spawned, dropped in the mid lane, gets a little bit of damage down on the second tier turret. There's just too much to talk about for somebody who's never seen League of Legends before. I want to describe everything, what's going on in greater detail, but there's just so much action. It just doesn't stop. EvoQ coming in to try to help defend his teammates. He's actually going to be diving in 1v4. What is he doing? He's got the Rakan ultimate, trying to charm up a bunch of people, but he goes down way too quickly. So, Rakan, this champion right here you see on your screen, Caboose, got a little bit of a nice cape that flows behind him. His ultimate allows him to charm up enemy team members that he runs by, making them just kind of walk towards him but deal no damage and just stand still for a moment. Xeno in trouble in the bottom lane. There's that Kayn ultimate. Tries to use the Killer Instinct to reposition, escape. Kayn should be able to chase it down. Kindred coming in to defend as well. Xeno going to try to make the play for his life, but he does go down. Catinator securing that kill, so 1 kill does go over to CJ Minions, even though that mid lane fight wasn't the best, and EvoQ kind of ended up just falling. Ruler of all Mudkip seems a little one-sided. You know what? We do our best to balance these games, but it happens. Think about all the League of Legends games you've played where things are just not going well. However, this does give us the opportunity to kind of talk about what can CJ's Minions do to actually come back. We'll have to talk about that in a moment. Oh, hold on. Heal it up. Just trolling the caster. Hops over the wall into the middle of 4. Before just taking that distortion right back out. Aside for CJ Minions, they need to group and they need to make better choices as to what they're actually doing. They do not need to have their Sylas just going into the middle of 4 members and falling immediately. They need to be using their hooks on the Thresh and their Kayn damage at this point. 7 and 6. He's kind of the carry for the team. Doing things like this, Thresh is not what you want to do. He's going to be in trouble and he's going to fall. He was all by himself. The Sylas is here, hopping over the wall, but again, he's in the middle of 4 members. Not what you want to do. The Sylas not taking quite as much damage. Entry getting a couple of shots over the wall, drops the ultimate. Heal it up, trying to go over as well. The ultimate's going to come down, heal Intro for just a little bit, but not nearly enough. Catinator's finally joined the party. Let's see what he can do. Maybe he can mop up the rest of the members of Joshkanda. The charm, though, from the Rakan, so good. Catinator's still alive, about half health. Fiora going to be coming around from this side. Catinator dashing in. He does not have the ultimate up yet, and he's low on mana. He's going to be in trouble. He's going to have to escape, as they're just going to be able to chase him down. Nice hop over the wall, so he's going to get out for now. EvoQ here as well. Can't go in. So low health. So, again, CJ Minions, they're kind of just hung, kind of going in one at a time. That's not what you need. You want to have all of your members. Think about the opposite of the situation. You have 4 members that all hop onto one person. You're going to deal more damage to that person alone. Thresh is so good at finding those hooks with that chain, and that's going to CC the enemy champion, hold them in place long enough for the rest of the team to dump all of the damage on them and burst them down. However, they're not doing that. They're not grouping, they're not using the CC chains that they can set up to their advantage, and they're letting Joshkanda basically do exactly that. Group up better, respond better, bring more people to those fights. They have a lot of movement on their team, as I talked about at the very beginning of the game. How many hops, dashes, and other sorts of things do they have they can use to get around the map very quickly? They're still going to be grouping down here around that Mountain Drake. You see 3 members already on it. The Kayn and the Thresh, kind of just the 2 members, but they're sitting on a ward. This is not what you want. These little trinkets that you see sitting around the map, those are wards, give a little bit of vision. And at the moment, both Catinator and Deja are actually sitting on enemy team. Oh, I guess they're not actually. Excuse me, they're not. They're sitting on their own ward. However, they're still going to be caught out. Catinator in trouble. The Thresh tried to drop a lantern to save him, but he was unable to get to it. The CC from Joshkanda, just a bit too much. I believe it was really just the knock up from Caboose on this Rakan that kept Kayn hanging around a bit too long. And he goes down. Caboose going to try to make the engage onto the onto the Kindred. Doesn't quite get the kill. The Kindred's got a mark onto the Kaisa. The Sivir going to come around for the side killer. Instinct from the Xeno. So they'll trade 1 for 1 underneath the turret. Kindred for Kaisa, Kaisa for Kindred. But the second tier turret was secured by Joshkanda. So they do get an objective for themselves. They back away. They're still kind of playing that vision game. If you're out of vision, the enemy team is going to have to walk into you, and you can know where they are, and they cannot know where you are. You get the jump on them. Sometimes they aren't expecting it. Juan, thinking about going in, decides against it. Even at this state, Aurelia 6-2 and 11, incredibly strong. You can see Juan still respecting the enemy team with more members, saying there's 3 of you there. I don't want to fight 1v3. I'll just back away. They lose their mid lane turret because of all of their recalls, going back, buying new items. But I think that's a worthy trade still for them.
That which restrains us.
Observing my prey, says Zombie. I like that. Do you whisper for brains as you're grumbling around? Catinator, ooh, drops the ultimate down to heal it up, which means he kind of disappears inside for a moment and gets the ignite as well. I don't think the heal up's going to go down. Nice potion use, and flawless duet. Intra dropped as well. Again, this lack of grouping from CJ's minions is tearing them apart. They had the potential to actually find their own way in the game, to be able to make those picks with the Silas, with the Thresh, but they're not using those advantages they could have had. They're being split apart across the map. They're kind of going in one at a time. We call that a buffet line, where people just kind of walk in one at a time and end up getting killed bit by bit. Dora split pushing on this top side, trying to secure that top lane turret. Sivir catching a wave on the bottom side. So this is what we call a fanatic brush, where a bunch of players sit in an area they know there's no vision from the enemy team, waiting for somebody to come by like a monster waiting for its prey. Xeno going to be trying to 1v1 Evo Q. Let's see what happens. A little bit more damage comes down the Acathian Rain. Evo Q doing what he can. I think he had the ultimate. I think he stole the Kai'Sa ultimate and used it to follow Kai'Sa when she used the killer instinct as well. So that is one pick that CJ minions were able to pick up. And hey, check that out. The team that had the pick potential finding themselves a pick. However, they're going to lose the top lane turret in that process. Now they need to make sure they don't start to just walk in and die one at a time. There's going to be a 2-man play by the Thresh. However, the Rakan going in, finds a knock-up onto the Sivir. Prophet's Asylum is going to fall. 2 quick kills over to the Aurelia. Flawless duet to stun up Catinator. The Kane falls as well. Entra trying to get to the blast cone to escape will drop, and that is basically an ace for Joshkanda. They fought without the Silas, and they were spread apart. If you looked at where they were, they had 2 members that were in this brush, 1 member that was over here, 1 member that was down there, not grouped. When you think about Joshkanda, they had everyone funneling into one area. They were all here, all grouped, and could respond appropriately. Now Evo Q trying to do what he can, see if he can maybe steal away the Baron, but he just goes down and falls. LeBlanc has way too much damage. At this point, things are looking incredibly dire for CJ's minions. They are down 10,000 gold. That is not what you want to have. When you're down 10,000 gold, it's going to be basically the enemy team that, unless they make some major mistakes, they should just stats-wise win the game. They're going to have more damage. They're going to have more health. They're going to have more levels and defense and skills and everything that they need to take victory in this game. One of the good things for CJ minions is they haven't lost an inhibitor. If you look at this, this is an inhibitor turret and an inhibitor. These keep the enemy minions from spawning and becoming a lot stronger. Oh, killer instinct used by the Kai'Sa, engaging onto the Intra, drops the ultimate, keep himself alive for a little bit longer, trying to wait maybe for a potential to hop over the wall. But I guess the tumble wasn't up fast enough, so Kindred will drop enemy team jungler down. Joshkanda rotating towards this bottom side. They're looking for this last exterior turret. Their control over this game is just clinical at this point as they move in to try to take away the second tier turret, heal it up off to the side, waiting for somebody to hop into. Kane's going to come around from behind. He's down here in the bottom left-hand corner, but the turret is already gone. They're making the engage. Caboose goes in, gets the knock-up onto the Sivir. She's going to walk away for now. Deja still pretty full health as well. I'm wondering where the 5th member, there it is, Kindred, finally respawning. Catinator still behind enemy lines, but can easily get bursted down. He's going to get jumped on, able to walk through a wall, get out for now. It looks like Joshkanda is going to head and start up the Wind Drake. This will be the 3rd Drake of the game. No one from the side of CJ's minions can contest. They walk away, Intra stepping forward aggressively, though once again the Kindred's going to fall. Overstepping, not respecting the ability from the enemy team to jump in and make those engages. And with that third Drake, they continue to get those stats. They're pinging out this bottom lane turret. So they're going to go ahead, clear the minion wave one more time, and start to push it in. 35 kills to 14, 12,000 gold lead. They are very happy with their current position. I don't know if they're going to fight or just try to poke down the turret. My assumption is they're going to be looking for those kills. Rakan ultimate is up and available, so he could run on in, try to get those charms up, taunt the enemy team. He's waiting, though, maybe for this next minion wave to crash. He's got a cannon minion. Oh, there it is. Goes in, finds the knock-up onto Deja. In the meantime, Prophet's Asylum is in trouble underneath the turret, and Stuck goes down. Killer Instinct from the Kai'Sa to take out the Thresh. Catinator trying to be the carry. Goes in, looking for one, but just going to go down himself. Double kill to the Kai'Sa as the Kindred also fell. Silas, Evo Q, standing underneath the turret, gets hit by the Falls Duet, stunned up. It's the Nexus turrets that are now under fire as one goes in. Pretty tanky, though. Ooh, Evo Q going golden, dropping everyone low, but it's still going to be the ace for the side of Joshkanda. They've got the Baron empowered minions, everyone with low health, but even if you're low health, you can still win the game. Silas gets one last shutdown to the Irelia thanks to the turret. Deja trying to find a hook. They want to end the game. Andrew's actually gone ahead and left, thinking the game is over. Prophet's Asylum doing what he can. It's not going to be enough, and in the end, despite the Sivir picking up one kill on Fiora, Joshkanda come out victorious in the end. And that is why I bet on Joshkanda, because I just knew that. I just knew. No, I'm kidding. It's actually a pretty close one. I wasn't really sure where things were going to be at with that. It was kind of could have gone either way. But let's go ahead and roll through the MVPs and honorable mentions, which basically just denote for each side the players who did the best for each side individually. Oh, we got some chill music. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is a good way to just, like, chill out. There's that GG's in the chat. Thank you, everyone. I mean, this is mad. This is mad. You guys are just so nuts in the end, so. I ask for beans. Coffee beans. Hey, for the caffeinated. I like it. Sounds like brains to lull the humans into false insecurity. And I smell like coffee all the time. It's irresistible on its own. Caffeinated zombie. Genius stuff. Genius stuff. So, alright. Checking in now with those honorable mentions. Grooving. Everyone. It's a late night. Chill out. Here we go. For the side of CJ's minions, they played hard. They played, honestly, towards the end of the game, they were grouping and playing a little bit more as a team, but it was kind of a solo queue game. Everyone was just kind of doing their own thing, running around, trying to see what kills they could manage to get, and they fell to the grouping and teamfight power that was the Joshkanda team. So, for the side of CJ's minions, honorable mention, gonna go over to Evo Q. 100%. This guy in the top lane, able to, generally speaking, hold his own. TP to the bottom lane to try to make some plays. In the end, though, wasn't enough. But part of the reason he gets honorable mention is because of the low deaths. Only 5 deaths that game. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your team is simply not die. When you're alive, you can try to defend turrets, clear waves, make your own plays. But if you're dead, that's nothing. You can't do anything at all except watch your team in dismay. So, for him, honorable mention. For the MVP, we're going to get over to Catinator for playing a solid Kayn. Not the best Kayn, obviously, but overall, really good. Not often that you see a mid-lane Kayn. And then on top of that, he went Assassin route Kayn, which is also a bit odd. Usually people go with the more tanky, darken mode Kayn. So, good job to Catinator on both of those situations. Second highest gold in the game. 8 kills. Definitely knew, at least a little bit, when to engage. 10 deaths. Maybe overengaged a bit too many times. That ult kind of holds you in the enemy team until you basically hop out and then end up dying anyway because they're all super stinking fed. And this game was highly one-sided for the winning side. Joshkanda coming out victorious. Let's go ahead and give the honorable mention over to... This is a tough one, but I'm going to give the honorable mention to... Heal it up on the LeBlanc in the mid lane. Doing a really, really good job. Knowing the limits of the champion. There were a lot of times that LeBlanc was sitting at a quarter health, but still didn't mind trying to make some plays. A lot of ethereal chains actually landed and actually snared people. It's not that common, especially in lower elo levels, to see those ethereal chains used effectively. It's very easy to break those if you know the range. But also, if you're a really good LeBlanc player, you can stay just inside of the range to make sure those chains find the root and the rest of the team can collapse as well. And then MVP going to go over, maybe I'm a little biased, maybe it's Maybelline, but Caboose with a 26 assists. This guy was all over the map, always making plays, going in again and again and again, getting those 5-man charms with that ultimate. Good stuff. Almost tied Juna in the top lane for amount of gold, only 400 gold off. 20 assists, Poggers? Yeah, absolutely. Support bias, I'm sure. I am sure. And so, Zenidax, honest to goodness, let me go ahead and switch over real quick to slideshow.